What is going on, everybody? You got your boy GSY2K coming at you here today from none other than, yes, you guessed it, of course, my gaming room, like usual. Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a little while since I've had a video out. I want to say it was last month, about mid-October, since I put a video out. That was the Rode Procaster review, and I also reviewed the shock mount and everything like that. So what I would like to do today for everybody is that video that I made regarding the Procaster, the PSM1 shock mount, and the PSA1 studio arm. I want to remix that video for you guys because I want to go more in depth on things. Like last time, I didn't tear apart the studio arm off of my desk, which is something that I did today. I would love to discuss that further with you guys. So I'm pretty much going to remix this video for y'all. I hope you guys do enjoy it, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. You know, during the holidays and everything like that, it's been a little bit tough to get content out. Everybody's got a lot going on during the holidays. So without further ado, let's go ahead and we're going to remix this entire review, and I'm going to bring you guys more in-depth content this time. So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. So here we are. Thank you guys for being here. I greatly appreciate it. GSY2K coming right at you today with a awesome remix review. I know this is going to be a little bit more of what I had talked about, and there's going to be some new stuff in here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to break this video down into 3 parts. Yet again, as I'm sitting right here with you guys right now, I'm going to discuss the Procaster itself, the dynamic microphone. I'm going to discuss the PSM1 shock mount. And I'm also going to be discussing the PSA1 studio arm, all by Rode. The setup that I previously alluded to months ago and also made that video on. So I'm going to be redoing all this for you guys. So the first step of this video is going to be me talking about the products in real time, in real life, in front of the camera right here, since I've been owning and operating them now for several months. I want to say it's been about 5 months since I've had these products, and I absolutely love them. So that's going to be the first step of this video. The second step of this video, I'm going to take you guys over to my PC like I did last time, and I'm going to go over with you my sound gates and my XLR setup and everything like that with the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone, how I have that set up. And then after I'm done with that section of this video, that segment of this video I should say, I'm going to bring you guys back into full view right here. That way we can go ahead and wrap everything up. So without further ado, let me stop babbling. Let's go ahead and get right into this video, guys. So the first thing that I'm going to review, before I get to the actual microphone itself, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the PSM1 shock mount by Rode. Nothing real special about this product. It's extremely well built. It's, I want to say it's anodized aluminum or anodized steel, something like that, that's coated into a black color. And I've really no complaints on this shock mount at all. It does exactly what it's intended to do. It's very well built, and it holds the Procaster and its weight absolutely fabulously. So there's really not a whole heck of a lot to say about the shock mount itself, except that it works, it's awesomely built, and it's of good quality. That's really all I can say about the shock mount in itself. So that's about it for the shock mount. Let's move on to something a little more interesting here. I really want to go in depth on this one for you guys, considering last time I did not pull it apart. So the next thing I want to talk about after we did this, I want to discuss the PSA1 studio arm. As you can see behind me, I have it laying right here. So after owning this studio arm for approximately 5 months or so, I think I got this back in June. That was like my official unboxing video for all this stuff. I want to say that's about right. So I've had this arm right here for about 5 months or so, and as I previously mentioned, I am coming from a condenser setup, a full-on blue, you know, the Blue Yeti X mic, or the Blue Yeti Pro, I'm sorry, with the XLR output coming from there. I had that condenser microphone. I had the Blue Radius 3 shock mount, and I also had the Blue Compass. Forgive me if I got that in reverse order. I think that the Compass is the arm. So yeah, without me babbling too much, I came from a full-on condenser setup. So moving to this was actually really awesome. So let me go ahead and discuss this studio arm for you. Last time I didn't pull this apart, and this time I went ahead and did it because I really want to go ahead and tell you guys what this actually extends to, straight out like this. So before I actually opened up to make this video, I went ahead and I actually measured this. So this thing fully open is exactly 34 inches, which is very impressive. And I like this studio arm a lot. It deals with weights very well, and it's not just meant for the Rode Procaster. You can also use this with a lot of other weight-bearing microphones, such as the Shure SM7B, the Rode Procaster. You could probably even use a condenser mic on this, something of Yeti brand or anything like that, because it does have the proper weight. I do love this mount. I like it a lot more than the Blue Compass mount that I had. The only drawback to this mount, and it's not a huge complaint at all, guys, it's so minute it's not even worth talking about: cable management. That's about the only complaint that I have on this, is there's no internal cable management. They give you ties and whatnot to keep your cables on the outside of it. But other than that, this mount itself is absolutely awesome. It flexes every which way that you want it to, and I have a very odd setup. So when it's sitting on my desk like this, it actually comes down under my monitor and swings back up to me. Now that's something that my Blue Compass did not do. It wouldn't allow me to maneuver it like that. So the maneuverability, the full-on extended length, and the sheer build quality of this PSA1 studio arm right here, it's a total win for me, guys. And I know I'm not some huge content creator. I'm not some huge Twitch streamer or huge streamer in general that makes all this crazy content. So for me, this is awesome. And for a consumer, if you guys are looking for a better studio arm and you need something for your microphone, go with the Rode PSA1 studio arm. I can't stress this enough. This is absolutely awesome. All right, so enough babbling about the studio arm, right? Thanks for sticking with me, guys. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so the last thing I'm going to talk about in this segment of the video right here, and then I'm going to take you all over to my PC. I'm going to show you my actual setup for my sound gates, my XLR, all that good stuff. So I hope you guys stick with me to get through this part, and then we'll head on over there and we'll talk some more. We'll get into the good stuff, all the technical stuff. All right, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about right here in this segment is the actual Rode Procaster itself. The Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. Now, like I've been talking about this entire video so far, I was coming from a condenser setup, and it wasn't feasible and it wasn't realistic for my environment. My environment is noisy. You could probably hear the fans right now because this microphone that I'm wearing, I can't put a sound gate on it. It's going right into my microphone, unfortunately, so I do apologize about that. So that was a huge deal for me, was noise in my apartment, and it caused a big problem. And a condenser microphone was just not cutting it for me. I tried every setup that I could, every which way, and it just did not sound good on stream. It did not sound good for production in the studio environment or anything like that. So I got the Rode Procaster dynamic microphone. Now, first of all, the build quality on this microphone in itself, it's absolutely amazing. I can't describe the build quality enough. Again, just like the studio arm and the shock mount itself, I want to say this is anodized steel or some sort of anodized aluminum. And of course, it looks like it's powder coated in black. So first of all, the build quality on this is absolutely amazing. And on the back there, you got your XLR output for, you know, your XLR stuff. So yeah, the build quality on this is absolutely awesome, and I myself don't even use a windscreen or a pop filter on it because it actually makes it too quiet. Now there are a couple other things that I have with this microphone, and once I bring you all over to my PC side of all this, I'll get more into depth on that and I will tell you guys more about that. But okay, so I talked about the build quality on this. Now, the actual voice quality on this, again, I am not a huge content creator. I know this is not a Shure SM7B. I know this is not some $4,000 microphone. The sound quality on this is absolutely awesome for my environment, guys. Absolutely awesome. This was like 220 bucks, whatever it was at the time, 230 bucks, well spent for me. I can't stress this enough for anybody that does have a noisy environment like I do. I have my noise gate set up on this at a minus 55 decibel level. So all my fans and everything in my apartment don't break through that, just my voice. So the sound quality on this is awesome for me. But as we all know, with dynamic microphones, some of them can tend to be a little quiet. So when I do get into the PC side of this, I'm going to tell you guys more about what I have going on behind my computer desk to increase the overall gain and clarity of this microphone just a little bit. Because these dynamic mics, especially when you're going into like a Go XLR setup, you can't put extra gain on a dynamic mic because it turns into a condenser microphone. And why would you want your beautiful $230 dynamic microphone to be a condenser mic? You don't. All right, so I talked about the shock mount. I talked about the studio arm. And this right here, I finally talked about the Procaster, dynamic microphone itself by Rode. Now I'm going to take you guys over to my PC because I think you got the general idea of all these products, and I highly suggest all of these products. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put all this back together on my desk, and I'll meet you guys over at my PC. All right? I'll see you guys over there. All right, what's going on, everyone? Thank you guys for sticking with me. Appreciate you joining me over here on the PC side of things. So I want to go ahead and dig a little bit as to what I got going on my PC setup going into my Go XLR via this microphone right here. So to start off, usually with any microphone, any streamer, anybody will tell you like that, you want to keep about 6 inches away. So what I usually go by, and anybody will really tell you this, is you want to go by just about a fist. So about right here is about 6 inches away. This would be about 12 inches away with this microphone right here. 6 inches away would be right here. This is 12 inches away. 6 inches away seems to be the sweet spot. So if you guys go ahead and you look at my screen, this is how I have my personal Rode Procaster set up that's going into my Go XLR. For my environment, this works very well because, like I said, I have a very, very noisy environment. And as you guys can tell, the sound clarity that's coming through this microphone right now is actually very good for my environment. You don't really hear my fans in the background or anything like that. Now, before I go ahead and get into my actual setup, I want to explain a couple things to you guys. So if you are using a Go XLR like I am, and you would like to get more gain out of your dynamic microphone, what you're going to want to use, sorry about that, I stuttered there for a minute, tripping over my words. You're going to want to use something called a Cloudlifter. I have a Cloudlifter CL-1 I have connected to the back of my computer desk into this microphone. Now, once you have the Cloudlifter CL-1 actually installed in there, you're going to notice that you can't use it because you need to provide 48 volts of phantom power to said Cloudlifter. So, to mitigate that issue and to get better sound out of your dynamic microphone, especially when you are going into an Go XLR, please keep in mind, I am speaking from my own setup. This does not apply to anything else. This is strictly to go into a full-size XLR setup, not the mini. There's not much of a difference, but I'll get there in a minute. So, to mitigate that issue, you get yourself a Cloudlifter CL-1. You connect it to this microphone. Then you're going to get yourself a separate accessory that is going to provide an external 48 volts phantom power to power the Cloudlifter. Once you have those two products working in tandem with one another, you will get better clarity out of your dynamic microphone, as you can hear right now, due to the fact the Cloudlifter CL-1 adds 25 decibels of clean gain to this. So now I can go ahead and get into my setup. And if you guys are interested in any of these products and anything that I just said, I will be linking all of this stuff below, along with a couple smaller products for Amazon affiliate links. It greatly helps out the channel, and it greatly helps me out, guys. So go ahead and check it out. I'll link a whole bunch of stuff down there for y'all, including these products that I'm reviewing, some smaller items, and some other stuff. So let's go ahead and let's actually get into how I have this set up. Now, the nice thing about having the Cloudlifter installed is I don't have to crank my gain on this and make it sound horrible. That way everything pops through my noise gate. Everything comes through my noise gate. That Cloudlifter allows me to lower my actual gain on my Go XLR and use the Cloudlifter to get what you're hearing right now in my noisy environment. So when I click on this mic setup right here, you're going to notice a little bit of a mic change. So bear with me, guys. All right, so here we are in obviously mic setup in my inside of my Go XLR. Now, as you can tell, I have it set to dynamic because of the fact I have that Cloudlifter installed in there. I don't need condenser. The Go XLR needs condenser to provide that 48 volts phantom power. I threw that right out the window, guys. So from there, you want to set it to dynamic. Now, before I had the Cloudlifter, I actually had to jump through a couple of extra hoops because of the fact I was trying to get it to work and I couldn't figure out why. So I did my own research. After I have the Cloudlifter installed, my actual gain used to be somewhere along the lines of like 45, 50, and it was bad for my environment. With that Cloudlifter installed, it added the 25 decibels of clean gain, and I was able to lower this to 30 decibels. So that's how I am getting this sound clarity right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close the mic setup. That's how I have that that part of this, that portion of this set up. All right. Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with me on that one. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is the gate. The gate that I have set up for my environment. This right here, the equalizer, I'm not going to talk about the equalizer. A lot of people say you want to adjust your equalizer, you want to bring your lows down a little bit, and you want to bring your highs up a bit because of your voice. I've tried messing with it. Please don't ridicule me in the comments, guys. I haven't been able to figure it out yet. And every time I mess with it, it makes everything sound, well, quite frankly, worse because it doesn't pick up my voice right here. Anyway, that's enough about that. I'm not going to babble about the equalizer. I'm going to skip the equalizer, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. All right. So the gate, this is very, very important to me. So I have my threshold set at minus 50 decibels. Minus 50 decibels seems to be the best for me for my environment. I know I said 55 decibels before when I was showing you guys the products and reviewing them. I am sorry. It's 50 decibels, not 55. I have it set to 50 decibels simply because of my environment. Now, it seems to be pretty good at that. I have air-cooled PCs, I have fans, I have an AC unit running in the summertime. I have a lot of stuff that's going on, well, in my environment. So 50 decibels to me seems to be the sweet spot. No noise breaks through that. All right, the next thing is going to be the attenuation. Now, unfortunately, people will tell you, don't crank your attenuation up. I have to. If I have my attenuation at anything but 100%, you're still going to hear my background noise. So that's that. I have to have my attenuation all the way up because of my noisy environment. I need it to open and close quickly. My attack and my release are both set to 120 milliseconds. That way, when I speak into the microphone, it breaks through the noise gate, but it doesn't let off too early, and it holds that happy medium. That seems to work for me, 120 milliseconds. Some people will tell you 70, 100. It really all depends on your setup, your environment, your microphone, and what you have going on, and what you actually need. What you need tailored to you specifically as a content creator and as a streamer. So it's completely different for everybody. And like I said, I am just speaking from my own experience and from my own setup that I have here, guys. So if you want to take bits and pieces away from this, yes, I absolutely highly suggest it. But to copy my setup 100%, no, that's not going to be suggested because you could be in a very quiet environment. This would work horrible. Okay. So we're going to skip the equalizer. Now, the compressor is another thing that I really want to talk about because that's also very important in my environment. I have my threshold on my compressor set to minus 10 decibels. Now, that squeezes my voice down just enough that I'm not losing my range, but it's making me sound just that much better. The ratio, you can leave it 4:1. So some people will tell you to put it 3 to 2 to 1 or 4 to 1 is fine. I have my attack set to 40 milliseconds. That way it's enough for my environment. I have my release set on my compressor at 55 milliseconds because I want the compressor to cut off before my gate. So what I'm really doing is I'm compressing down my voice just by 10 decibels to make it sound cleaner and give it that throughput. Then what I do in the last step is I use the makeup gain on that to just boost my gain a little bit more. 14 decibels makeup gain seems to be the best for me because of the fact if I go any higher than that, you're going to get that staticky noise in the background. If I go any lower, I'm going to sound like this. So that seems to be the perfect setup for me. Now, those of you that are on the Go XLR Mini, you do not have a de-esser, unfortunately, because the Go XLR Mini is bus powered and doesn't have an external power source. The de-esser I don't really mess with. The de-esser I just leave it 50, like everybody suggests, because there's really not much. I don't even know 100% what it does. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. All right, so that's the setup that I have going on right here. I got the Go XLR. Yeah, the Go XLR going into my microphone. That works. I have my Rode Procaster going into a Cloudlifter CL-1. I have an external 48-volt phantom power supply that powers the Cloudlifter CL-1, which then goes into my XLR, and that's how I'm able to get this clean sound right now in this noisy environment. And that is why I have everything set up this way. And like I said, I will be linking all this stuff below for you guys, along with some cables, you know, XLR cables, stuff like that. If you guys want to use those links, I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out, as always. And I appreciate you guys sticking through this portion of this. You know, if you guys do need to know anything, I can help you as best I can. Please pop it down in the comments, and I'll try to help you as best that I can with stuff like this. I am no expert, but hey, I'll do what I can for y'all. So that's pretty much my setup on the PC end that works for me. Now, if you guys do have any comments, anything like that regarding the equalizer, I will be more than willing to check that out because I am always looking to improve my setup in some way, shape, or form. That way I get better quality out of it. So if you guys do have any suggestions for my equalizer on the Go XLR, go ahead and shoot them to me through this mic. Go ahead and shoot them to me. That way I can adjust this microphone, and we'll see how that works. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this portion of the video. I really want to go a little more in depth with you guys this time on what I have going on right there. Hopefully everybody got a good overview of everything. I know I'm no genius at this, but I hope I helped y'all out. I'm not going to go through the rest of this stuff because this is a review on, well, this microphone. So for the last part of this video, I'm going to meet you guys back over at my camera, bring myself into full screen, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I will see you all over there. Let's go. Hey, what's up? Y'all followed me back. Thank you for sitting through that segment of this video as well. I greatly appreciate it, guys. So we are going to go ahead and wrap this video up right here. I greatly appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you all got a good, you know, notion and some good information that I put out there regarding the PSA1 studio arm, the PSM1 shock mount, and of course the awesome Rode Procaster dynamic microphone itself. And like I said, I've been using all of these products for about 5 to 6 months now, and I can't get enough of them, guys. For my setup, my environment, it really is awesome. It's the best thing that I have found coming from a condenser setup. And like I said, if you guys do want to check out any of these products, I will be linking it below with my Amazon affiliate links. I greatly appreciate you guys checking those out. I will also be dropping a couple simple things in there if you want some cables, good stuff like that. You know, it helps me out as a content creator, helps out the channel, and hey, it helps out the community because you guys are the ones here helping me out, right? So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you got some decent information that you can take away from this. Like I said, I'm no genius when it comes to this stuff. I'm not an audiophile, but I hope it helped you guys out. That's pretty much going to be it for now, guys. And go ahead and look forward to some more videos coming up now that we got Thanksgiving out of the way. We just got to get through Christmas, and we will be back in full swing come 2022. For now, guys, this is going to be GSY2K signing off. I hope everybody had an awesome Thanksgiving. Spend plenty of time with your family. Have a great, great, great holiday. And as always, guys, stay safe and God bless. And we will catch you all next time. Peace out for now, everyone.